Hello Aries, how's it going? I just want to thank you guys for your views, your likes, comments. It's really helping to build my channel up. This is going to be your bonus love reading for mid-May into mid-June. If you guys want a private reading with me, all my information is in the About section. So let's find out what's going on with Aries mid-May through mid-June. What does Aries need to hear mid-May through mid-June? Looking good, Aries. Alright, Aries, and at the bottom of the deck, the Nine of Pentacles. So that's great. That's about self-confidence, self-abundance, self-awareness. So, relationship-wise, for those who are single, you guys look like you're definitely not minding it. For others of you in relationships, you guys are building on your relationships. The Nine of Pentacles can be the single card. So some of you, yeah, you may make a decision to be single. Some of you may be leaving relationships that aren't serving you. Looking for self-happiness with the Ace of Cups. You do have a lot of air energy in this reading. So some of you may be involved with air sign. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So with the Ace of Cups, that can be renewal, and with the Nine of Pentacles, that can just be renewal with yourself, finding self-happiness, finding self-confidence, working on yourself. King of Swords, communication. So for those in relationships, it looks like there's a lot of communication, a lot of happiness, especially with the Four of Wands. That's stability within the home. Fours are about stability. The Four of Wands is like celebration. So with the Ace of Cups and Four of Wands, there's a lot of happiness going on for those that are in good, thriving relationships. Communication with the King of Swords. Some of you may need to do some communicating. Work on your communicating to build a more stable foundation. For some of you, with this Two of Swords energy down here, the Queen of Swords in the Moon, some of you may have a decision to make. It could be between two people. For a small number of you. For others of you, it may be deciding to let somebody in, because some of you may be enjoying your single life, but at the same time, you're not sure about somebody with the Moon. There's some fears, there's illusions for some of you. Others of you, there could be secrets from another person. It definitely could be secrets from your side, yes, but I'm feeling that for some of you, you're not sure about this person. And with the Two of Swords, that's making a decision and the need to make a decision because there's a closed heart, but you need to find a place of balance and equilibrium to make that decision. So the difference is the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. The King of Swords is the airy element of the King and the Queen. The Queen is more of the watery element, so the decisions that she makes are based on the heart. So I think that's what some of you are going to be doing. I think that you're going to have to use your heart. Go with what you feel. Go with your intuition. The Moon is also about intuition. It's not always about secrets, but there are some things that aren't fully apparent yet. You may be finding some things out. So I'm going to start clarifying and we'll see where this goes. Why is the King of Swords here for Aries? Why is the King of Swords here for Aries? So with the King of Swords, you have the Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. So I think some of you, you're really focused on this decision, this communication that needs to happen. Some of you are carrying some burdens with the Ten of Wands. It could be things that you want to speak about, speaking from your heart, especially with the Two of Swords down here. The Page of Pentacles is about making an offer. So for some of you, you definitely want to make an offer to somebody, or someone wants to make the offer to you, however this resonates with you. But I think there's just some things here that aren't completely out in the open, whether it's secrets or whether it's feelings. This could just be feelings that are being held within from your side or the other side. The moon doesn't have to be negative. It doesn't have to be bad secrets, but it could just be about your emotions. You may really be feeling strong feelings for somebody and strong emotions, but you're not sure if you're ready to speak your truths or not. Others of you, you're ready with the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Why is the Two of Swords here for Aries? I'm getting like a feeling of apprehension for a lot of you for a certain reason. Two of Swords for Aries. Yeah, the Hermit. So this is the sign of Virgo for those involved with a Virgo. Others of you, you're taking some time before you take an offer, before you give your heart to somebody. I think some of you are really apprehensive. Some of you may have been single for a while. You've been happy being single. You haven't been in that like emotional state. And I think a lot of you are like protecting your heart here. Hermit mode. You may need to find out more about this person before you make a decision to get in a hardcore relationship with them. Why is the moon here for Aries? What's this moon energy for? The Hermit is about healing too. So some of you, you may be going through a healing process, may not be quite ready. Why is the moon here for Aries? Look at this. The High Priestess. That's like more secrets. It doesn't have to be secrets, but it's things that are below the surface, things that aren't fully apparent yet. It's also about intuition, feeling things from within. So again, with the moon and the High Priestess here, a lot of you are going to have to use your intuition. Another page. Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands brings news, creativity, passion. So some of you really may be feeling strong passion, strong feelings towards somebody, but again, you're just not sure if you're ready to get into a relationship yet. It looks like a lot of you want to make an offer. Somebody may be here wanting to make an offer to you. Maybe another fire sign, earth sign. There is Virgo here. A lot of air as well. So I think a lot of communication is needed for you guys. I think that's what's going to get things going in this situation. What does Aries need to hear mid-May through mid-June? What advice does Aries need to hear? Decision. There's definitely a major decision here. Release yourself from what holds you back. I need to detox an unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. I'm not necessarily getting that you're not confident. I think with you, Aries, it's more about deciding to open your heart up to somebody. I really think a lot of you are in a healing process. Aries are very passionate. They're real big go-getters, but I think some of you are really still healing. This is for a certain number of you. You're still healing from the past. A lot of you, it's time to detox, get through that healing process. There's no rush. You have to, proceed when you're ready. A lot of fire energy here. The Six of Wands, the Knight of Wands. The Six of Wands, congratulations. You've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project, awards, scholarships, promotions. Doesn't have to be the next project. This can be the next relationship. Some of you may have really met somebody. You've got the hots for them. All the passion is there, but you're just not sure if you want to give your heart yet. The Knight of Wands, time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. And that's what the High Priestess is about. Go with your instincts. Go with your intuition, Aries. I'm getting for a lot of you, you need to follow your intuition, follow your heart. Observer. And I may be incorrect, but Aries, I did pull weekly cards on my Awakened Soul Tarot Facebook page, and I'm pretty sure one of the guidance cards was about being an observer and watching from the background. So again, not positive on that, but I'm pretty sure for those who are following me on Facebook. All right. The observer, perspective, objective, neutral observation from a distance. Most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so they come to believe that these are the only reality. There are times when you need distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. And that's that hermit energy, especially with the Two of Swords. Something isn't being accepted here. You're spending time alone. You're not sure if you want to proceed forward yet. Take some time to observe from a distance. And I always say to step out of the emotional box. View things from a logical perspective. But after you've done that, follow your heart. Go with your intuition. Meditate on, this decision that you have to make. Whether it's between two people, to move on from single into a relationship. Sometimes you just can't see the forest for the trees in your way. Feelings can get all jumbled up, and often you hear one thing when a person says another. It can be like an echo of an unresolved past experience dubbed over your conversation. Take time out before you react. It's likely the other person has no idea what his or her words have affected you. Take a few steps back and lend understanding to the situation. Have faith in your connection and trust you can come together. Take higher ground for now. Cultivate curiosity about what you observe in yourself and others and in the landscape. So if you guys are in a rough patch in your relationship and you're fighting, you may have had hurt feelings. This could also go for the other person, but I think it's time for you guys to just take a step back. Aries are very passionate. I will say that. Very fiery, very passionate. A lot of emotions. So I think for some of you, this really is about being the silent observer. What does Aries need to hear in love? Mid-May through mid-June. Have faith. Trust your faith in this situation. So more strong messages about trusting your faith, trusting your intuition. Some of you may be deciding between two people, whether or not to leave one relationship for another. others, whether you're going to go from being single to giving your heart to somebody. So follow your intuition, especially with the High Priestess and the Moon. This may be a period of reflection for some of you, taking time out. Let me know how this goes for you guys, Aries. I hope you guys have a wonderful May into June, and stay tuned for your June readings. Those will be coming out in the next few weeks. Take care.